It's been more than 20 years since the first Bionic Commando came out on the NES. Fans will tell you how fun and frustrating that game could be. Using the bionic arm to swing around was both rewarding and unforgiving. Last year, Grin would remake the game as the awesome Bionic Commando REARMED. It's now 2009, and the same folks from Grin have made a full-fledged sequel. This is not some reimagining of the universe or anything. This is actually a direct sequel to the original. You once again play as Nathan Rad Spencer, a bionic soldier who's been betrayed and imprisoned by his comrades. A terrorist attack on Ascension City pulls Spencer back into service. You'll see old characters like Super Joe, and a few implied connections to the first game. Now some of these are a stretch, and some scenes feel straight out of a B movie, but overall the story keeps things swinging.
This is gonna hurt.
The return to Ascension City is a fairly impressive one. Obviously, the arm is the star of the show here. You can swing from almost any object in the environment, and the physics are pretty solid. Now for the most part, the game's also very smooth. Thank God, because otherwise a bad frame rate in this game would probably cause you to throw your controller out of the window. There's lots of nice detail to the environments. You can throw debris around, dust can coat the screen during building collapses, stuff like that. Spencer's new look is a little disappointing, but at least you can unlock the original Bionic Commando skin if you prefer the old school feel. Now one terrible thing that really annoyed the hell out of me is the in-game advertising. Look, if you got fictional ads that advertise things in the city, that's fine. But if I'm swinging around, I turn a corner and I see a giant-ass ad for Pepsi or Nvidia, that just hurts the immersion of the entire world. The same great action that made Bionic Commando a household name is still intact here. The bionic arm is awesome. It's fast and flexible, and it grabs onto most things it should without a hitch. The pacing's great, and you're constantly doing very cool stuff, like pulling off a crazy jump off the top of a building or landing a perfect swing from one area to another. That's very rewarding, and it gives you an incredible sense of speed as you leap from one section to another. But do know that this game can be pretty merciless. If you miss a jump, you're often thrown back to a checkpoint without any pickups or any collectibles that you might have found. The only way around this is, honestly, just to get better. Now, gunplay really isn't the highlight of the action in Bionic Commando, but it's kinda serviceable. You have a number of weapons in addition to your standard issue pistol, but you may find that you need to save your ammo for when you really need it, because ammo drops can be few and far between. This old school mentality is actually fun most of the time. However, there is a serious problem, which is also my biggest issue with the game. One of the best things about the original was that you could go back to previous sections and explore them with upgraded powers and codes that you'd acquire as you fought your way through enemies. You can replay levels in this game, but any hidden items you find during a replay are not saved. So if you want to collect everything, you either have to do it through your first run-through, or you have to restart your game completely. This extends to in-game challenges where you have to, say, take down enemies with a certain weapon like the shotgun or the rocket launcher. If you see the perfect location to do a challenge but you don't happen to have the right amount of ammo, you're pretty much screwed, all over again. It's baffling why the game is designed like this, and it really hurt the replayability for me. There's also a multiplayer mode that's basic but pretty fun. It's got your standard deathmatch, team deathmatch, and capture the flag modes. There's not really enough content here to keep players interested for long, but it's a solid addition to the single player component, and that's really all you need. Bionic Commando is a very fun game that's brought down by a few dumb design decisions. If you can get past in-game ads and how level replays are handled, you'll find a game that's well worth your time. It's good to see you back in action, Spencer. For the full written review, swing over to IGN.com.
Nailed ya!